Welcome back to another Kray video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any videos. And for people really into the Krays, join our private Facebook group, Krays Crime Lords of London, where you can find stuff possibly unavailable anywhere else. We're an established group and very friendly. The link is in the YouTube description section.
The 1960s. London was the capital of the world. And two men ran that capital. Two hoodlums. Two brothers. Twins. As different as they were alike. Bonded by a lust for power. Bonded by blood.
You, eh? That's right, Mummy loves you, you little monsters. Mummy loves you more than anything. Cakes, more than all the jewellery, more than all the chocolate in the world.
London, shut your mouth.
Bonded by blood.
When they walked through the door, there was danger. The Krays were a new breed.
I see Reggie and Ronnie beat the man to pulp until he couldn't stand up.
They had a talent for two things, and that was violence and publicity.
Well, in all clubs you get an occasional drunk, you know, and sometimes have to be slung out.
They wanted to be bigger than just, if you like, East End gangsters.
They are as much part of the 60s as any of the other famous people.
They were known from one end of this country to the other.
They had an aura of glamour, but underneath the aura of glamour was criminality, violence and blood.
Shut your mouth.
I think they inclined to be sort of, well, they're animals, really.
They were taught that to be hard was the way you survive.
Let's be honest, they did like to inflict violence on people.
It appears the government told the police to back off. And at that point, the Krays were able to do pretty much whatever they wanted to do.
They're doing protection rackets. They're threatening people. They're killing people.
Shut your mouth.
The Krays are the most notorious gangsters in British criminal history. They were captured by the police at the height of their career and charged with murder at the age of 34.
I'm sure they thought they would get away with it. Ronnie Kray said that if he wasn't in court at the time, he would have been having tea with Judy Garland.
Found guilty, they went on to spend the rest of their lives in prison.
Shut your mouth.
In that time, the legend of the Krays grew, and their fame transformed into infamy.
The Krays are the gangsters that to be compared with all other kinds of organised crime ever since. It's remarkable.
During their time inside, the Krays continued their hold over the public imagination and the criminal underworld. On the morning of May 9th, 1968, the Krays were at the height of their criminal career. This dramatically ended when officers from Scotland Yard, led by Leonard Nipper Reid, finally brought the Kray empire to its knees.
So, what do you think it is, Pop? It's a fucking tool. I mean, it's a fucking rolling pin. What are you doing that, baby? A fucking cake. It is fucking very credit. And I see me a song, watch me blow out the fucking candles. I come in here, right, for a fucking shootout. A proper fucking shootout with some proper fucking men. Like Colonel Custer, Geronimo. You ever heard of them? No, because you was too busy in your fucking pinny making fucking fairy cakes, wouldn't you? Reg, these are fucking nonsense to a man. They're fucking nonsense. Go on, get out of my way. Fuck off, go on. Call yourself a fucking gangster. A shooter is a fucking shooter. Like a western. Wankers. Waste of my fucking time.
The 34-year-old ex-boxer brothers, Reginald and Ronald, came here with flying squad officers at 6 o'clock this morning. They were in bed when the officers called to their home in Shoreditch.
The first I knew about it, funnily enough, was from the newspaper the next morning. My husband said, the Krays have been arrested. I said, oh, they've been arrested before. You know, why is it on front page of like 4 or 5 newspapers? He said, no, this is very serious. They've been arrested for murder.
This wasn't the first time the twins had been arrested. In just the past 3 years, they've been charged with menace and even with the murder of fellow gangster Frank Mitchell. Both times they escaped justice, thanks to their friends in high places.
What are you going to do now that it's all over?
I like to have a bit of family life now, you know. I intend to get married in the near future. Well, I did before this case, but it's put back over the case, and just get married as soon as possible, you know.
Ronald, what are you going to do now?
Well, I'd like to go abroad for a short while, and then I'd like to be left alone.
But this time the police were determined there would be no mistakes. They believed they had enough evidence for 2 murder charges. Ronnie had allegedly shot George Cornell, and Reggie was thought to have stabbed Jack the Hat McVitie. The twins were arrested in the dawn rain. And for the Kray associates, it was only a matter of time before they too were caught in Nipper Reed's net. Nipper Reed's aim was to turn each firm member to give evidence against the twins. After 9 months on remand, the Kray twins and 8 of their associates, including their brother Charlie, went on trial for the murders of George Cornell and Jack McVitie. On the 7th of January 1969, court number 1 of the Old Bailey became the focus of the nation.
We'd been that long on remand, it was almost a relief when it started. And we were all in one van, it was just us. And the van would go from Brixton to Wandsworth, or Wandsworth to Brixton, and then to the Old Bailey. Motorcycle outriders, helicopter. This was like a trial that nobody'd ever seen before.
It was a trial that was to go down in history.
They have wide interests in the theatre and in entertainment, and they're well known for their fundraising work for charity. Up to a few years ago, they were well-known West End theatre first-nighters and hosts to some of the newer big names in show business.
It was a great stage for them. The one thing that people, I think, underestimate about both Ron and Reg Kray was they were geniuses at public relations. They were good at presenting themselves in court as gangsters. It's what they were, and they were proud of it.
As they came up, I thought, oh my God, you are still thinking you're on show, which they always like to be. You're still playing to an audience. Hey, look at me. You know, we might be in the Old Bailey, but we're going to get off this.
You're living beyond hope that you're going to walk, you're going to get a not guilty. But when that barmaid gave her evidence, there's that slow sinking feeling that kind of goes through you, and that's the thing that's condemned you.
The crucial evidence from the blind beggar barmaid played a key part in the twins' guilty conviction, and even today, her identity is protected. The Krays were finally brought to justice and were found guilty of both murders.
Fucking sin.
It's called Krays Crime Lords of London. We're a friendly, moderated group with over 1,000 Kray and other celebrated gangster videos available for view. There's also thousands of images in the photos sections. The link for the group is in the YouTube description section. I hope we see you there soon.
Leave a like and subscribe.